Okay, so I just had the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 countdown done. We are using some brand new software today. I am Heather Wright from Savvy Agent, and I have with me a fantastic guest that you guys are going to love, Amanda Robinson from Social Savvy Society, and she's going to surprise us with all the amazing things that she has to say, because she doesn't do just one thing. She's amazing at several things. So, Amanda, why don't you give us a little bit more clarity on who you are, what you do, why we should listen to anything you have to say. And I'm going to try not to mess up this new software broadcast, but I'm going to share the link in another group to make sure that we get this out there without collapsing the whole thing. So anybody who's watching
right now, I'm going to jump on here and I'm going to share this out.
Okay,
this
awesome. We're like shareaholic.
1, and share now. Done. Okay, so my name is Amanda Robinson. I run Social Savvy Society, helping make business life easier for the less digitally savvy. And my primary playground, I guess you can say, is working with real estate teams and real estate agents. I'm based in Canada. I'm based north of Toronto, Ontario. And I work with agents all over the world. So I've worked with people all across the United States, Australia. I seem to have a lot of Australian connections, lots in Canada. And you kind of nailed it when you said I do a lot. So I am definitely well known for Facebook ads and being extremely efficient when it comes to Facebook advertising for real estate, as well as doing Google AdWords, working your Google Analytics to make everything so much more efficient, overall digital marketing strategy. And the reason that you would want to work with somebody like me, or why me? I'm a complete digital marketing geek, and I immerse myself in this. I stay completely on the breaking edge of technology when it comes to social media, digital marketing. I consume this content. I consume the breaking news. I consume the algorithm changes the way that somebody else would have a hobby. So some people knit, some people fix cars. I consume digital marketing content, and I translate that into getting massive results for clients on the most efficient marketing spend possible. So I think that's a
fabulous,
that's a small summary
pitch.
And I have a small rescue dog, which isn't that small dog from Turks and Caicos. He's my little sidekick. He's in all of my branding. He goes kayaking with me, and he steals the show every time.
Well, I love it. My dog is banished to the upstairs. My office is in our basement, and Murphy knows whenever I'm busy, and so he will bark like a maniac while we're on here. So anybody who knows, I love my dog, but sometimes like it's time to silence yourself while we're on a Facebook Live, right? So
there are certain people. I think it's certain male voices. If I'm having a video call with someone, whether it's on Facebook Live or whether it's on a client call where I'm doing a face-to-face Zoom, there are times where the dog decides that that person is getting too much of my attention. So then he's just right up in my space and right up in the conversation. So I've learned the hard way that it's when you go live, these are just the things that you deal with. If you have pets, if you have kids, if you have a life, expect the unexpected and embrace it.
Yeah, that is so true, and great advice and reminder for anybody. But what you just said made me think about video. So last month we had a Facebook Live tech training in Savvy Agent Club. And I know that last week you were at Social Media Marketing World, and I've heard other people talking about some of their top takeaways. And it sounds like video is a big deal, which is why the advice you just gave that anything goes on Facebook Live is pretty relevant. So since I just brought all that up, what did you think about Social Media Marketing World, and like what could any real estate agent watching this, glean from that?
Okay, so let's start with what did I think of Social Media Marketing World? Oh my God, it was amazing. Oh my God. It was, this has been my third year in a row that I've gone, and I will go every year. I will clear my schedule. I will move mountains to make sure that I am back every single year. It is the most amazing tribe of really engaged, amazing marketers. And it's way more about the It's about the networking. It's about the networking, the connections that you make, and those conversations that carry on after the event. So it's very different from most conferences that you go to, where you sit down for a day or 2 days, you take a bunch of sessions, you take a whole bunch of notes, and you walk away with a stack of business cards. This is completely different. You go, you network with people who are on the leading edge of technology, who are on the leading edge of digital marketing trends, and you make friends. You really connect with individuals on a level where there's so much opportunity for you to thrive and to connect with the people that help boost you up and to help educate you in a way that makes sense to you. So it's so geared toward networking and making those connections versus sitting in a stuffy room and listening to somebody talk on a topic that's a little bit dry. When you were saying video is absolutely, I mean, this is the second year in a row where video and live video, storytelling video, this has been sort of the major cornerstone of what you need to know, what you need to be engaging with, what you need to be incorporating into your marketing strategy, and chatbots. Chatbots are the big thing of 2018. So we saw them sort of spring up in sort of the more accessible to the masses starting in 2017. And now it's becoming an integrated part of every digital marketer's toolbox right now. And when it pertains to real estate, oh my goodness, the results that I'm starting to see with chatbots in real estate will blow your mind. So that's what I think about social media marketing world. And as far as being a real estate agent, it's something you need to pay attention to, even if you can't go. Making sure that you're switched on and paying attention to the current trends with social media and digital marketing are going to revolutionize how you do business going forward.
Well, and I just sent a chat bot message, a broadcast message. It is so fun. All of the cool things that you can do with chat bots. And I just sent a message to the people who have subscribed to the Savvy Agent chat bot that, hey, we're live, come watch. So some of my members are now going to have gotten a post in the club, in the free Savvy Agent group. They'll now have a message. So they're going to be like, holy shit, must be an amazing call. I've got to be on it right now. So now talking about chat bots, I'm in lots of real estate groups because I practice real estate. So I sell, like more than 80 houses a year on average. And Shanna just said, thanks for the message reminder. So that's awesome. That's it works. I love it.
Well done.
And so completely forgot what I was just going to say.
Chatbots, you're turning over a high number of ends in a year, which is incredible that you've built up Savvy Agent as well as you still practice real estate actively.
Right. And so Savvy Agent, obviously people who like that are pretty savvy agents, right? I'm in this, it's like a focus group. I don't really understand what it is. So Zillow put together this group where they want to basically pick the brain of random agents. So they're, and it's not a Facebook group. It's called Open House. I don't know. Like they solicited agents over email. I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll go in there. And so if you participate enough times a month, they give you $15 Amazon gift card. And I'm all about Amazon gift cards, right? So about a month or two ago, I posted in this group and I said, hey, what do you think about chatbots? And is anybody using them to generate leads? I just want to know what people think. And so many people were like, no, never. I hate chatbots. I don't want technology to replace me. La, la, la. It costs a fortune. I'm never going to do it. And I'm like, holy hell, relax. Because first of all, it is my opinion that these chatbots are not to replace you, but to enhance the customer experience. What do you think about that?
When they're done properly, when they're done right. So chatbots done wrong can be extremely invasive and very harmful to your brand, to your audiences that you've built, and to the trust that you've built up with those audiences. But when chatbots are used properly to provide value and to provide customer service and to extend that relationship building, then they are completely like, it will blow your mind what you can achieve with them and the results you can get. And the way it opens a door for communication, it opens a door and basically lays out an olive branch to say, hi, I'm giving you something really cool here. Do you want to start a conversation? It's a two-way street of communication that doesn't involve somebody having to pick up a phone, doesn't involve somebody going to Google, trying to find out, okay, what's your email address, sending off an email, hoping they hear back from you, or playing telephone tag or trying to reach out on any other format. When you use a chatbot and you ping messaging out there, you're doing it for a reason to benefit them, and you're ready to receive any communication that comes back. And I have noticed that the people who are starting to embrace the technology and use it with care and concern for the people that they're serving are being extremely successful with it. The people who are using it as a trashy, spammy marketing tool, well, they just need to stop.
Right. Are you seeing a lot of real estate agents use chatbots?
I wouldn't say that I'm seeing a lot. I'm seeing a lot of real estate agents that I come in contact with are starting to use chatbots because I've been reaching out more frequently, asking for volunteers. I've been experimenting with different chatbot flows. So I've been asking for volunteers and getting my hands into a lot of other accounts to run chatbots to get some baseline results, so that to put it in perspective, there are a lot of people springing up that are saying, hey, I've developed this chatbot for a free home evaluation and I'd be happy to give it to you or sell it to you or let you use it. Well, most of these people are either web developers or digital marketers who have very little experience in the real estate world. Compared to someone like myself, where I live, eat, breathe, and sleep in the real estate world with digital marketing ads, Facebook ads, and I have a very good understanding of the sensitivities of what actually moves the needle for results when putting things out to an audience. And not just any audience, but the curated audiences that we've grown over time. So what I've been doing is taking these chatbot flows and building them, testing them, and finding out where those bottlenecks are, and finding out if this is actually serving the audience. And when I say serving, I mean providing value. Are they engaging with it, getting value out of it, and communicating back? Or are they receiving it going, oh, well, that was, anticlimactic. So right. I'm working through that process and refining it and basically squeezing out, oh, I see Martin's on. Hey, Martin. Squeezing out the best results possible out of a real estate focused chatbot and testing it in several different realtor accounts. So I'm not just coming up with a concept and coming up with an idea that I think might work, like, hey, every real estate agent wants a mortgage calculator or a free home evaluation. No. Every real estate agent needs a way of creating two-way communication and providing value with the audiences that they've curated and worked hard at growing over time. So that's sort of a summary of, if there are a lot of real estate agents using them, not yet. Will there be? Oh my gosh. In 2018, that if I can give you any prediction at all, people are going to be selling real estate chatbots to realtors left, right, and center. So take some caution with that and do a little bit of research as to the quality of what you're receiving, and understand if it has been proven, tested, and is actually producing results, not just in theory. Not just in, oh, this worked for a dentist or this worked for a nail salon down the street. No. Right. Has this been producing results for real estate specifically, if you're going to go down that road? Or get creative and don't be afraid to just jump into a ManyChat account or a Chatfuel account and just start poking around and trying it yourself. It is actually built fairly user-friendly. It's not quite rocket science, even though it seems like it is some kind of digital marketing voodoo. And start to learn how to use the technology yourself. That is probably the best favor that you can gift to yourself as an agent or your real estate team for long-term growth, is experimenting with these tools. If you understand how they work, then it's easier to hire out to somebody, because then you know the value of what somebody should be charging to do something that can be extremely easy. Or if you need to get more complex, then you know when you need to ask for help, and you know the value of of that service that you're paying for.
So let's back up. Is your on? Is that my office?
What's that?
Do you hear it every time I talk, like it plays a second time? Is your volume on? Are you playing it? Because I'm not playing it.
There. How's that?
Well,
try now.
Oh my God, it's so much better. Whew.
So much better.
So anybody watching us today, I'm using new software, so I'm very nervous about this.
You know what? It's because I'm in an echoey office. I've got your volume turned up so I can hear you, whipping out the headphones. And this goes back to what we were saying earlier about
anything happens on a live.
Anything happens on a live. So now I don't know if I flip over to this may or may not change my microphone. So we'll see what happens, okay?
So while you're setting up, Melody commented that you've never heard of chatbots. Okay, perfect. And so Melody, you or anybody else who's watching this and you're like, what is a chatbot? What we're talking about is a Facebook Messenger chatbot. And you can actually go to, if you were to go to Savvy Agent, the Facebook page and send a message, there's I have like a little main menu that shows up. If you're on your computer, it'll be like a little it's called a hamburger. It's like 3 little lines stacked on top of each other. But it looks it's much more obvious on mobile. So if you're on your mobile phone, pull up the Savvy Agent page, click on send a message, and then you'll see that there's a couple of different options there, like visit website or Savvy Agent Club, and that gives you information on the club. I have a practice. It's not really practice. It's a hilarious bot that gives you an idea of different things that you can do with your real estate bot that you could set up for yourself. But think about what are your customers or your audience, what are they possibly looking for? They might have questions on, or what information would they want, but they don't necessarily want to have to talk to you to do it, because we all know that nobody wants to talk to a real estate agent, right? So they might want to know their home value. I mean, personally, I think that home value leads are over, like there is so 2015. Yes. So I wouldn't build a huge home value bot, but I would definitely have that in my main menu. And so then somebody could be like, oh yeah, what's my home value? And they'll click on that. And that takes them either through a sequence of questions and options that they can answer back to you. Or if you have a home value website, you can direct them to that. Everybody wants to look at homes, so you could have search for homes options. Should
we back it up just a second and just explain what, like, when we're talking chatbots, and I've had some very great insights from other people who are also building chatbots. They've explained that it's probably best not to call them chatbots. That's what us marketers call them. That's our common slang for them. Okay. But it's more it's easier to understand when it's, if you think of it like Facebook Messenger marketing or messenger marketing. It's like an email list if you have like MailChimp, or if you're using Top Producer or any of those other email programs. It's like an email list. You get subscribers, you communicate with people in Facebook Messenger, but it's through a series of automations. So it's a series of automated responses based on how the users are asking questions, based on what questions they're asking, how they're engaging, what buttons they're clicking. You build out these canned responses, or these pre-responses. And as people engage with you on Facebook Messenger in specific, so we're talking Facebook Messenger, it's Facebook Messenger marketing, but our marketer slang is calling it a chat bot.
And Facebook actually doesn't like the word bot. So if you are like me and you're like, look at my bot, they're going to throttle that, and your post is going to go nowhere pretty darn fast. And that happened to me earlier this week. So look at my messenger automation. Ooh. And I'm actually going to put a comment here, because new software, got to test it all out. So try this one.
Yes, we're using BeLive.tv right now for interview style broadcasting, which I find is extremely useful and seamless, very easy to set up and use. I also use Ecamm Live for live streaming with Mac. Heather, you've used Zoom for going live.
Yep.
Yeah. Then there's going live natively on Facebook itself, whether you're on desktop, whether you're on mobile. There are all sorts of different live streaming tools out there. But if, again, wrapping back into that recommendation on real estate agents, just go live. I don't care what you're using. Just take the initiative to go live and start using the technology that is right at your fingertips. It's so easy, and the benefit is overwhelming that comes out of it.
Absolutely. Well, we've got some viewers and not a lot of comments, so I feel like we may have confused the shit out of everybody. So
we're pretty good at that.
What are, if you are a beginner and you're setting things up, you're a beginner and you're a DIYer, you're doing it yourself, what would you, Amanda, recommend to do for like your first bot?
For your first automated message flow?
Right.
Yes.
I really need to break that habit.
Yeah, bots. If you're doing your first bot, just something very, very simple going in. Actually, you know what? I don't care if you're a beginner or not. Dive right into using it for the use case that is going to benefit you the most. And I find that using a comment trigger, what this is going to be is setting up your first bot so that when somebody comments or types a certain keyword or a particular comment on your Facebook post, it launches the chat bot in Facebook Messenger for them. And you can have something as simple as, I don't know, just a little two-way conversation. Hey, hope you're having a great day. Respond from what city you are in or what neighborhood you're in. And then your automated response could be something along the lines of, great, can't wait to see you around. I don't know. That's very, very, very lame and very basic, and that's not geared toward providing value to the people that you're engaging with. But getting in and experimenting and testing is the best way to grow it. And you can even frame it in that way and just let people know, hey, we're trying a new technology. We want your opinion. We want your feedback. So type in the comments, give feedback, and use that give feedback as the trigger word that triggers your chatbot. And you'll see how to do all of that when you set that up in ManyChat. Actually, I just did a Facebook Live on that last night on how to set up a comment trigger bot from scratch, from start to finish. And I used... I
think I joined at the very tail end of that.
Yes. And I used Small Dog as the guinea pig example. So yes, my dog has a Facebook page, but that's strictly because it's hard for me to show people into the back end of client accounts. Mm-hmm. So if I can show them in the back end of a dog account, then it's very clear that it's non-invasive.
Well, Martin says that chatbots are such a great thing, and we agree with you, Martin, but really you need to get with the program and stop calling it a bot.
No. He's a fellow marketer. He's extremely savvy. He's a fellow digital marketer.
Marketers can say bot, but real estate agents and real people probably understand it just as, it's automated messaging. Just like you probably have a CRM that sends an automated text message out when you get a new lead, or you have a CRM that sends an automated email out when you get a new lead. Same thing. So
same thing, only it's a two-way conversation.
It has the potential to have a two-way conversation without you, and it can also notify you when a human is necessary to take over the conversation.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
So lots of great options there. And I think that, using your listings on your Facebook page. Oh, do you need to get that?
Yeah. No, I'm sitting. I'm in a client's office right now, and I'm sitting in one of the real estate agent's offices, and I'm just not used to having an actual landline around.
Yeah,
I live with a cell phone, and it's always on mute, and I work from home. So the fact that I'm sitting in another office and there's a phone ring, I'm like, what is this foreign object? I haven't seen one of those since 1999.
We have a switchboard at our real estate office. I don't think anybody has a phone on their actual desk because we all have cell phones. So interesting. I love it.
Yeah.
Throw back. What do you think about promoting your listings, whether it is just listed, coming soon, or sold, or whatever on your Facebook page?
I want to give you a really awesome nugget of insights of what I've been learning so far with my experience from chatbots. The coming soon listings are an absolute gold mine when it comes to using a chatbot. For example, usually when you have a coming soon listing, you don't have all of the photos done. You don't have everything filled out for MLS or for your board. You don't have all of the information yet. You might not even know how many bedrooms are in it yet, but you know that you have signed the deal, you've taken on the client, you know that it's going to be listed within the next week or so, and you want to be able to shout that out as soon as you can so that you give people the heads up. Well, without having anywhere to send people, and you still want to gain engagement on your Facebook page, and I'm talking likes, comments, or shares. That's the end goal here. You want engagement. So if you're using a coming soon and you just post a little photo, you took a little photo of, the outside of the house and coming soon, and that's it, you're not necessarily providing people with value, and you're not necessarily gaining a lot of engagement out of that. So using a chat bot where you don't have the opportunity to send them to to your website where they can see the full listing, using a coming soon chat bot for your listing seems to hit this it's like threads the needle on this little sweet spot of where people just eat it up as far as being able to engage with the bot and get a little bit of a teaser. So you can put in the information that you do know. It's on waterfront, or here are the top features of what makes this property really spectacular. Here are 2 or 3 sneak peek photos. If you give people an element of a little bit of give them the sense that they are getting something that is behind the scenes that other people can't get, or it's a little more exclusive, or that they have stumbled across something that they get to see in advance of everybody else, then they have more likelihood of actually engaging with it. So that's where these coming soon chatbots, these coming soon automated messages are coming in very, very handy for getting a ton of engagement. Whereas I find when I'm promoting an actual listing that has gone live, it's all over MLS, it's on the agent's website, it's on all of the sourced websites that draw from all of the information, people are less likely to engage with the bot, and they're more likely to just go right to the source of the information they're looking for.
Okay. And probably who cares about just sold? Like, ooh, just sold.
No, I wouldn't even touch a bot with that. I wouldn't, and I would recommend using the bot in a larger capacity, not just for listings. Not like, hey, we've got a listing. Hey, we have another listing. Hey, here's another. Use it for a contest. I did a contest at Christmas time using a chat bot as a way of capturing people, getting people to sign up for the contest, and being able to provide them with ongoing behind the scenes value leading up to that. I've done another chatbot where it was just I did a Valentine's chatbot that was just fun. It was just fun and just a lighthearted. I wanted to make people smile. So if you're constantly going down the road of listing, then it becomes sort of that, that rule of, is that how you would operate your Facebook page? Would you just flood your Facebook page with listing after listing after listing after listing? No, because it's not engaging. Yes, it's a necessary part of the job. It's a necessary part of promoting those listings for your clients. But you need to have other content in there that's providing value to people to keep people engaged and keep people trusting your content, that you are going to continue to serve up things that they want to see. So the chatbot is the same. If you just keep hammering out listing after listing after listing, people are going to get tired of you and they're going to stop engaging, because think of it this way. Not every listing is the right fit for every person, right? So if you keep getting served, say you get served 10 listings in a row over the course of 4 months, and every single one of those listings wasn't the right fit for you. It's not the thing that lights you up or makes that person go, "Oh, this is great." Or even if you're the person ready to sell your home and you're watching these listings just to get inspiration and to see how that agent's marketing is done, which is a great way to acquire sellers, by the way. If you keep doing the same thing over and over, the audience tires out so quickly. They're very fickle, and the attention span is so short.
I would like to pause for a moment and point out that this is exactly everything that I say all the time. So now it's not just me, it's everybody who knows how to do social media says the same thing. So
yes,
definitely be value driven. No one cares about your listings. Now, if you can put a cool, fun twist on it, like I kind of wonder, you just said something that made me think, I wonder how the design inspiration, like a bot for that to get people, I'd have to think through that if there's opportunity there or not. But I mean, if you have $1 million listings, or it doesn't have to be $1 million listings, but if you have listings that look like $1 million, you have a couple of them that you could put together, you could maybe do like a bot that is World Art Day is coming up in April. And so, like these are the listings that I've worked with in the past 6 months that I feel like they are a work of art on their own, so click here to see them or something like that. I mean, yeah, spitballing is a little out of control here.
Just continue when as an agent or as a real estate team, as you continue to brainstorm content and brainstorm what should I do, what should I put out there, just run it through that filter of, is it providing value to the person that is going to see this? If the answer is yes, proceed. If the answer is it's providing value to me, like me first, them second, stop, reevaluate, go back to the drawing board and come up with content that provides value to them first, you second. You benefit from it in the end, but making sure that the content that you're providing, and when I say content, I'm talking, the posts you're doing on social, the chat, the automated messenger, it's chat bots that you're doing, the videos that you're recording, the listing videos that you're making, when you go live to give a little tour of the new listing that you just got, making sure that it's not all about you, it's about them. It's about the value that you're just a conduit to a window to connect them with the information they're looking for.
Right. Preach. You got it, girl. So what is, back to chatbots, automated, whatever.
I know. We'll just stick to chatbots. For the purpose of this, we are marketers. We are talking about chatbots.
And at this point, probably anybody who has watched what we were talking about probably understands chatbots, but, it's marketers lingo now, right? So what is the sweet spot for the flow length? So let's say we're doing a coming soon listing. You don't really have a lot of pictures. I think it's fun to insert some personality, and I love Giphies. If you follow my page, you know how I adore Giphies. But how long is the magic number to get people before they stop responding?
It's still, I'm personally still experimenting with this for the purpose of real estate. And I say that answer differs depending on what type of flow you're building. Are you building a coming soon flow? Are you building an active listing? Are you building a contest? So people, again, that rule of thumb, people tire out extremely quickly. And what you might think in your mind as a really good flow that's providing value, and to put this in perspective, when somebody triggers the bot, you can have a series of messages, broken up, like they can receive, 5 messages in a row. And those messages can be a message, a photo, a link, you can have all sorts of things. Some people really pack it. And, when you engage with a chat bot and all of a sudden it's like, brrr, you get this massive blast of so many messages, like, whoa, like information overload, just shut up. So I would say
if you're on desktop, and you're not in Messenger and you're just pulling it up as a tiny window at the bottom of the page, it's really hard to scroll up and read. Then they send you another one and then it messes. So I agree. So
I would say what I'm finding is people seem to be tiring out after 4 to 5 interactions. So they'll kind of follow it through 4 or 5, unless you have a really compelling bot and there's a reason for them with that curiosity level to keep digging deeper. They don't really go. And then the other interesting piece that I found is within chatbots, you have the option of putting these swipe cards, like these almost carousel images. And you think that, okay, you have like a message and then it's like, oh, look at all of our images, swipe through them. It renders differently on desktop than it does on mobile, and it renders differently across different devices. And in some ways, it's not very apparent or very clear that you can swipe through to see the rest of the list. And I'm finding that the majority of people don't swipe; they don't continue to engage, so they will skip right past it and not engage with that piece at all, or they'll only interact with the first tile. So the whole idea is that it's somewhat like building a website. As sort of a rule of thumb, you never want to provide people with a dead end. You never want people to get onto, say, on a website, you never want them to go to a listing, scroll down to the bottom of the listing, and then it's a dead end. There are no other options for them to continue browsing other listings or go back to, if you're making them hit the back button, you're doing it wrong. Chatbots are similar. So when you come to a chatbot flow, you always give them an option to navigate to the next step, or to let them know, congratulations, you've come to the end and thank you for participating. Here's the value, or give them the, if you're polling them for information, you're asking them questions about themselves. Are you interested in buying? Are you interested in selling? Are you looking for spring, summer, fall? Are you looking for 5-bedroom, 4-bedroom, whatever it is? Okay. At the end of it, you have to have the big reveal so they know that, okay, they're done. Or have that big reveal say, great, you're done now. Here are some other resources you might like for future. Stay tuned. We'll be chatting with you again later. So the idea is you can have as many steps as you want, as long as it is keeping attention span, providing value, and isn't exhausting the audience. And even though tools like ManyChat, these chatbot building tools, have tons of bells and whistles, doesn't always mean that people are engaging with them. Doesn't mean they're actually using all of the options that you've built out. And the final point there was, as much as you might like jam-packing things full of images and videos, I find that they cause a small delay in deliverability. So resize your images and video and content, make it really, really, really small for the chatbot, small in size, because I'm finding, if I'm delivering, here are all the kitchen photos, and I'll have like 5 kitchen photos. If they were the original size files, I'm finding that there's such a delay that people think the bot is broken, and people will get frustrated and say this is stupid, or they'll just stop engaging, and then half an hour later they'll get pinged with all of the messages. So chatbots are very finicky. That's the key. I'm going on and on and on here, but the last word of advice is this is still new technology. There are tons and tons of kinks that are still being worked out with chatbots. It doesn't trigger every single time consistently. You might have a chatbot you've set up properly, you've done all the right things, and it worked fine yesterday, but then all of a sudden today it just stopped working. But then the next day all of a sudden it's working again, or the chatbot will fire for the first 15 people that commented with the keyword, but the 16th person it doesn't fire, but the 17th person it fires again. And there's not much explanation for it right now. It's just one of the quirks of the technology as it's evolving. So experiment, but just work with it. Work with the technology. So this is all the knowledge that I'm sharing from the experimenting and the learning and all of the things that I've been doing with chatbots specifically for real estate. And I'm doing you the favor of learning everything the hard way. So if you do have chatbot questions, you can definitely follow up with me.
Okay, so I do have some questions, and I'll be following up right now.
Perfect.
So you just said if videos and images, if they're large, and we get professional photos and professional videos, or even just videos on your phone can sometimes be pretty big. So what tools would you use to resize those?
Great question. I personally, I'm a closet graphic designer, so I do use the entire Adobe suite. So I'll open something in Photoshop and resize it in Photoshop. If anybody else watching has any suggestions, drop it in the comments for what you would for a non-graphic designer. Tell me what you would use. I know the team here that I'm the office I'm sitting in now, they use Photoshop Elements. So it's not as costly, gives them nearly the same flexibility for being able to resize photos.
Can you do videos in Photoshop?
I believe you can. I'm not sure if you can in Photoshop Element, but you can certainly edit and adjust videos in Photoshop. I use, for video content, you have QuickTime if you have a Mac. It becomes standard. You can export videos at different file sizes. And a tool that I have found extremely useful is Camtasia. So Camtasia costs about $100, I think, somewhere in that range. It's a one-time fee for the license. Yeah, and it's so user-friendly, but it's a little more robust than some of the other tools. And the other tool I would recommend that I've been using for video to just get a little more, it's very templated but creative, is Animoto.
Okay.
So I use a combination. I'll use Animoto. I'll import all my little video files, make a little Animoto video with text overlays and animation, and I'll export that in a smaller file size. I'll drop it into Camtasia if I need more. Like, I find with Animoto, it's very constrained. Like, there's only so much you can do with the templates, and you have to do it in the way they want it done. So then I'll export it from there, and then I'll add in, our agent logos, our intro, outro, whatever, and then export that as a small file size or whatever file size I want. So those are the tools that I seem to go back and forth between.
So let's say I have a video of of a kitchen on YouTube. And I want that specific video, but it's big and I can't figure out how to make it small. So I could actually just link them to YouTube in the chatbot, which might be a good solution for people versus spending, money on, because I always recommend don't spend money on things until you know for a fact that you need it. Like, don't be that person who just has all the software, but you don't use it. Right?
Don't be me. Don't be me. We were just talking before we went live. I'm like, I pay for a subscription for Zoom, for BeLive, for all sorts of different marketing software, and I use some of it for some purposes. Others, anyway, I spend way too much money on technology. But one caution that I do have with just linking to YouTube, you will find a higher rate of results by keeping people natively on the platform.
Okay.
Messenger marketing has been Facebook chatbots, anything in Facebook Messenger. It's been evolving over the last while in a fantastic way where when you click on a link, like say you click on a link for your website, it's actually opening up right in Messenger. It's not taking you off of Messenger and onto your website. It's actually opening up a little miniature window right within Messenger and loading your website in there. And then I
wonder if I still get pixel credit for that.
Yes, you would.
Sure?
Yeah,
Facebook is like the king of keeping people on their website. We should all try harder.
But it's still, it's like it's creating like a little miniature window, and it's still opening up that. It's still like opening up that site.
Almost. Okay,
exactly.
Well, as long as you get pixel credit, I really don't care about the rest, I guess.
I love that you are excited about pixel credit. That's amazing.
Okay, so then I was curious, would you assign your bot a personality, or would you have your bot just think that it's you?
I would absolutely recommend assigning a personality or trying to make it very clear that this is your automated assistant, your automated messenger assistant. You can give it a personality like, hey, I'm Joe and I'm here to help. Or I don't know. You can get very creative. Unfortunately, that's where with me being a data geek, that's kind of where I fell short on the personality creativity of building it into a bot. But from my experience so far, people still, the general masses still don't really realize that they're engaging with a bot, and some people really do think that they are talking to a live person, and it can become a very frustrating experience when that conversation goes south. And
I feel like they've been tricked.
Exactly. So you've spent all this money, time, energy, and effort building up trust with your audiences. And when I say audiences, I mean the people that you hopefully will do business with, or your people you have been doing business with. You've earned that trust in so many ways, and you can break it very easily. And that is one of the ways where, if you give them that old bait and switch feeling, it's not a good feeling. So making it very, very clear that they're engaging with a piece of technology, but it's there to serve them. And making sure that, I don't know, a really good thought there that just went poof. And you have to forgive me. I'm coming off the heels of a major head cold that I got when I left social media marketing world. Thank goodness it held off until that point. And today's the first day that I'm starting to feel human again. Oh, and we have a guest coming in here.
Ooh.
Oh, if you're gonna come in, you gotta come on camera. No. You gotta come on camera. No. He's trying. It's one of the agents. You have to come on camera if you're going to do that. It's one of the agents. I have my coffee. He's got Bailey's, and he's coming here trying to put Bailey's in my coffee. But so you got to get into the frame right there. So this is Troy. You got it.
Hi, Troy. I'm Heather.
The other way. He can't hear you. So this is Heather, and all of the other live viewers. Everybody say hi, Troy, in the comments. So this is one of the reasons why I have a very hard time working with real estate agents. They are extremely challenging. They're very difficult people.
Oh, you're doing well today. You got 3 people watching you.
7.
He's cruel and unusual. But anyhow,
8 if you count Troy. So,
and he's one of the recipients of a chatbot that is performing extremely well. So
nice.
Can you just say a word or two on what you think about chatbots?
Makes my phone look like a Christmas tree.
I get the biggest complaint.
Lots of lights.
The biggest complaint that I get from him and the rest of the team is that because we've set up a chatbot and it's performing extremely well, his phone and all of our phones, every time somebody engages and accepts another step on the bot and clicks a button, you get a notification on your phone. So this poor guy here is trying to do business. He's trying to deal with clients and trying to make deals, and his phone is just like it's just like lit up constantly. So that's the biggest complaint that I've had when running chatbots so far. But I mean, for example, we just launched a bot. Was it 2 days ago? 2 nights ago? And
within one for the farm?
No, it wasn't the farm. It was another.
Oh, for Dones.
Yeah, and within 4 hours, we had a showing booked.
Oh, I'm showing it tonight from it.
Are you?
6:30.
From the bot?
Yes.
Amazing. So
coming soon?
It was a coming soon.
Nice.
So
it's actually, both cases are past clients. Were past clients of mine, but they saw it because they follow it and they want to see it. So one bought the farm.
Literally,
well, that doesn't sound good. And the other one tonight is a past client. I've sold them lots of things before, and they were looking for an investment property, so didn't have to pick up the phone and call them. They saw it, and we're seeing it at 6:30.
Oh, I love it.
So I just love the fact that you just randomly came in the office, tried to give me booze, and are validating everything that I've just said about bots and coming soon chat bots. And this is, an example of somebody who's actually benefiting from all of this right now.
And Amanda's always testing it, all these new great and whatever. Well, yeah, I've been the guinea pig, I guess.
You have been an absolute guinea pig for a lot of the technology that I've been trying for real estate. He's sort of the first person that I experiment on because I feel like I really can't go wrong.
Well, everybody needs guinea pigs, so nothing wrong with that at all.
I think that's a great title for you.
What?
Guinea pig.
Guinea pig?
Yeah.
You're Amanda's pet.
Ooh.
Amanda was the secretary here.
He can't hear this, so you can say anything right now.
I said secretary. You didn't swear.
I didn't swear at you for secretary. No.
It's Friday.
I don't even. No. He's still trying to push the Baileys on me.
It's cold.
All right. Thank you.
Good luck. It's
Ciao.
kind of weird because I can't hear what anybody's saying.
He's saying it's weird because he can't hear what anybody's saying.
I was going to type it, but then he left. So
yeah. Okay. Sorry. A little bit off topic.
Lots of people watching.
When somebody enters your bot flow, how do you? Because I'm sure. I think that real estate agents, myself included, we all have a tendency to want to make money right now. I mean, right?
Yes, no kidding. I know.
So if somebody is like, yes, I love this coming soon thing, and they're interacting with it, is that a lead or is that a contact? Like they just got into my bot. Should I call them and ask to list their house like right now?
Like, absolutely not. Just stop what you're doing. Put the brakes on. Absolutely not. This is not a hot lead. It is not a hot lead generator. And people who are using chatbots for hot leads to generate hot leads, show me how you're doing it. Because unless you're providing some type of crazy offer and have the best thing since sliced bread, it is a much better relationship building tool and awareness building tool and brand building tool than it is a lead generator. It's one of the tools in the grand scheme of things, in all of the steps that are required to build your brand, build your digital footprint, build your presence, and build trust with people. It's one step. It is not the holy grail, not the be all and end all, but it's a fantastic tool to get people engaging with you. Right.
No, I think that is so perfect, but I feel like we should say it 4 more times. Like people who are entering your messenger automation, your chat bot, like somebody might want to list their house with you right now. And that person will raise their hand and they will tell you that. Exactly. But otherwise, let the bot do what it's set up to do, which is to warm a cold audience. So that person, the first time they show up in your chat bot, they are now not cold. So they're not warm, but they're not cold. And I would say that that's not even really a lead. It's a contact. So it's just like somebody who signs up on your email list but doesn't ever respond to any email. It's a contact. It's not really a lead. And so treat them with kid gloves because, remember, we all know marketers ruin everything. Real estate agents are also marketers. And so we have a responsibility to not ruin this for everybody.
Yes.
And don't go all in. It's like you wouldn't, if you're on the market trying to get a hot date for Friday night and somebody smiles at you in a hallway, you wouldn't ask them to go to bed with you the next night. So
That's the best analogy ever.
Right. Most people understand how that works. So right. So just be chill with your chatbot.
Be chill with your chatbot. I think that needs to be like the title of this. We need to revise the title of this whole broadcast after "Be chill with your chatbot."
Yes, exactly.
The other advice that I just want to circle back to, I think I mentioned it earlier, but just be very, very wary. Be very cautious of people selling you chatbots. Of people who are trying to say, oh, I built chatbots and I made a chatbot for real estate. Just be really, really careful with that and just do a little bit of research and understand what you're getting yourself into. Because again, if you have somebody coming to you saying, oh, I've got a bot that's getting real estate agents, 50 leads every time we run it, ask questions and really dig down into the quality of that. But you as a for any real estate agents watching this right now, or watching the replay, if someone is you shouldn't be using chatbots for getting hot leads. So don't try to go and solicit a digital marketer or a marketer who builds chatbots to try and build you one that does. Don't do that. So be careful of people trying to sell you that. Don't go asking for that, but look for people who can help you build chatbots that provide value and build connections and scoop up that cold audience.
And I think that's excellent advice, not only for building chatbots, but for anything, because you are a business owner, you're a real estate agent, and people want your money. I want your money. Amanda wants your money. We all want your money, but you have a responsibility to yourself, to your real estate business, to be wary about who you give your money to. So you need to trust that person, but also I think you need to have a basic understanding of what you're hiring them to do. Because if you don't understand chatbots, maybe you've not even seen a chatbot, but you heard they're cool, so you want one. Well, you have no idea how to measure the success of the person that you hire to help you do that. And so they might just be selling you baloney.
There will be a huge lineup of people at the gate ready to sell you a chatbot, because this is the big topic for 2018. This is the new hottest tool in technology. And there are going to be so many people that want to profit off of this. And there are so many people that are profiting very large off of this right now. And some of them are doing a fantastic job. But a lot of people are going to be getting on the bandwagon now, starting in 2018, and a lot of people are going to have very little experience. I personally I'm not a chatbot expert. I just happen to have been using them very effectively over a period of time in multiple accounts and seeing great success and networking with people who are experts so that I can educate myself, learn more, and continue to hit it out of the park when it comes to results. But there will be a huge lineup of people that are going to want to sell this to you. So just be careful. They're great. It's amazing. Get on board with it. Start using them. Experiment with yourself or find the right people to do it for you. Don't shy away from the technology. Embrace it. Dive in like head first. But just do it with the right people and for the right reasons.
Excellent, excellent advice. And it looks like we have been on for about an hour, and I'm very against super long Facebook Lives. So here I am breaking my own rules. But do you have any parting comments? I mean, what you just said was actually pretty good. So maybe we should just leave it at that.
Parting comments. Yeah. I would say that if you don't have Facebook ads locked down yet, if you don't really have really good quality audiences that you've built up through video viewers, people who have been on your website that you're remarketing to, if you don't have those audiences really built up and you haven't really mastered either yourself, the art of doing Facebook ads for real estate, or finding the right person who can perform that service for you. If you are not engaging in Facebook ads and you haven't really figured that part out, start there. Do that, get that sorted out first, chatbots second. Chatbots are very effective when they have the right paid advertising layered in behind them. So these expectations where I'm saying you're getting amazing results, that is because there is a very strategic digital marketing plan in behind it supporting the ad strategy. It's not because we just put a bot on a random post and we're like praying for organic reach. We are getting great organic reach with it, which then when we layer paid advertising on top, just explodes it. It's amazing. But if you don't have Facebook advertising sorted out yet for your business, start there.
Okay. That's so build your audience, which you can do that by doing your Facebook Lives that are interesting and provide value to your watchers that are not all about you. So answer a question or do something fun and entertaining versus me, nobody cares. And so Facebook Lives will help you get more organic reach. Having engaging content on your page will help you get organic reach. And then, yes, absolutely. We should chat regularly. And next time you could talk about, I feel like maybe we did this backwards. So like, here's this amazing new technology and you might not be ready for it. Sorry for your luck. So
yeah.
Right. But next time we could talk about what are the basics of a great ad strategy. And we talk about
I would love to be an open book and just share out my entire ad strategy for real estate on exactly, if you're starting from zero, if you're getting intermediate, and then if you're getting completely advanced, I'd love to share out exactly my roadmap on how you do that. And the reason that I'm happy to share that information and that strategy, completely openly is because very few people will actually put in the elbow grease to follow through.
It's true. Like, real estate agents even are oftentimes they want to keep the secrets to their success very close at heart because I don't want to share it because my competition might outsell me. Nobody does anything. So like, and what is that? It's an 80-20 rule. 20% of the people do the business, 80%. So that's probably a similar rule of, 80% of the people that you tell this to aren't going to do it. Although it's probably more like 95% of the people aren't going to do it.
Yes.
But I will remember that you offered and I will
Absolutely.
take it.
Amazing. Good.
All right. Well, Amanda, if somebody is watching this and they're like, I love that woman and I need a bot right now, or Facebook ads or all of the other amazing things that you can do, how would they connect with you?
The best way to find me is on Facebook. You can find me Social Savvy Society on Facebook. I am Amanda Robinson. socialsavvysociety.com. You can email me at amanda@socialsavvysociety.com. And it's 2 V's in the savvy. So it's Facebook is definitely the best way to get a hold of me. I will say though, as far as client load goes, I am definitely at max capacity, and the types of people that I really love to engage with and help are people who are already actively engaging with Facebook ads, who already have their branding already set, who are already spending a healthy marketing budget and want to take everything and all the effort that they're doing and make it so much more efficient. So they have to spend less marketing dollars to get more results. Those are the types of people that I like to connect with.
So if you are not quite at that level yet, perhaps learning some of the concepts of getting to that level, or there is no shame in being new or beginner or whatever, or sometimes a new beginner or a re-beginner. Like, well, I knew this 2 years ago, but then I stopped doing it, so I'm having to start all over. You know how that goes. But then let's, all pimp our services here. Savvy Agent Club is an excellent resource at a very affordable rate, but you have to do it yourself. So like you have to learn it and then do it yourself, which then gives you the education and the experience to up-level your game later with someone like Amanda and have it done for you. So together we're like perfection in this savvy department, right?
We should have like a full savvy package.
Oh, I like it. I like it a lot. So, all right. Well, Amanda, thank you so much for joining us today. We've had a steady stream of people watching and not a lot of comments, but they're a quiet bunch. So I imagine we have whet their appetite to come. So next time we have you on, I bet we get more people. Well, maybe I'll give them advance notice that we have a lot to prep them for questions. Yeah. But thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a great weekend. Everybody watching us, I also hope you have a great weekend and sell a couple of houses.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
You are welcome. Now, just hit the end broadcast thing on this new software that I don't know how to use, right?
You got it. Ciao, everyone. Bye.